when I think of real ones, when I think of people who are at the top of their game, the top of the top, I'm thinking of these 5 individuals right here. Trill Forever, Rhino Jimenez, Connor Shinners, Adam Martinez, and Tyler Farigo. Because they shared my videos. They are real ones here on Texans Today. Appreciate all of you for sharing my videos on Twitter. If you haven't already, follow me at Jeremy Chugs for the latest Texans content out there. Let's get into today's video. It's game week, baby! We've got a lot to break down today, and most of it, I think all of it, is around the Texans' offensive line, because that is the biggest question mark heading into week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to talk about a Bleacher Report article that suggested they signed a certain O-lineman who I haven't told you they need to sign yet, and Nick Caserio speaks on how the Texans are going about replacing Kenyon Green at left guard and just the whole offensive line in general. That coming on the back half of today's show. But first, before we get started, I need your help really quick. We are inching closer and closer to 5,000 subscribers here on Texans Today. We're at 4,837. Help me get to 5K and help me become one of the biggest Texans channels on YouTube. We're already one of the fastest growing channels here at Chat Sports. Let's keep that train rolling. Go down and hit that sub button or go to youtube.com/TexansTV. First up on the docket, Andrew Norwell. I have brought him up here and there before, but Bleacher Report saying the Texans should go out and sign this veteran left guard. The Texans have a huge hole at left guard that needs to be filled, and Norwell is one of the best remaining free agents out there. He's a veteran who can step in right away. He can go in there, and he can be your starting left guard day one if he needs to be. Been in the league for 9 seasons already, so he's a seasoned vet. And you're wondering, hey, who is Andrew Norwell? This is what you need to know about this cat. He was undrafted out of the Ohio State University. He's been his first 4 seasons in Carolina, blocking for Cam Newton, and was an All-Pro in 2017, first-team All-Pro. That means he was one of the best 5 offensive linemen in the entire league that year. He parlayed that into a massive deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars, our division rival, where he spent 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. Then got another decently sized contract from the Washington Commanders, but was released this offseason to save some cap space, and they wanted to go a little bit younger on the offensive line. Also, Norwell last season didn't have his best year whatsoever. These are his PFF grades: overall grade of 59.8, pass grade of 60.8, run grade of 59.9. He allowed 5 penalties and 4 sacks, but it's really up to 2 guys, in my opinion. Andrew Norwell or Dalton Risner. If you're trying to sign a free agent for this offensive line, you need interior offensive line depth. These are the 2 guys who could do it right away. Who would you sign, though, if you were sitting there with Nick Caserio, and he was like, yo, Texans Today viewer, what do you want to do? Would you go with Dalton Risner, type DR, or Andrew Norwell, type AN? This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So if you get hit with a YouTube ad break, perfect timing. I'm going to tell you my answer after the ad. I'm still going with Dalton Risner. I think he's the better of the 2 options. I talked with our Broncos host, and he's still kind of perplexed on why he's not signed yet. He is a starting level talent here in the NFL. He did really good last year for the Denver Broncos starting at guard. A 61.1 overall grade. His pass blocking grade is where he really excels at 72.6. Only allowed 3 sacks last year. I think adding Dalton Risner would be an insanely smart move for the Texans moving forward with this offensive line with a rookie quarterback. I would 100% go for Dalton Risner and sign this man right now. I'm going to tell you what Nick Caserio thinks about signing a free agent in just one moment. But first, are you outfitted for the Texans' first game? I know not everybody wants a jersey on game day. I know not everybody, walking around, going to bars, wants to wear a jersey. But you want to look stylish, if you want to look clean cut, looking good, Texans week 1, grab one of these Texans polos. But wait, what is that? No, you can get both of these Texans polos because it's a polo pack. Both of them on sale right now if you go to chatsports.com. Fanatics.com/Texans Polo. Our friends at Fanatics are giving us a great deal on this 2-pack of Texans Polos. You got the navy blue. You got the battle red. You have it for whatever occasion you need. Get ready for the regular season with this Texans Polo pack right now. Like I said, chatsports.com/Texans Polo. Now, going on to Nick Caserio and what the Texans are doing about the left guard situation. This is what Casario had to say the other day. He said, "We still have more than capable players that if the players in this building, we feel good about them. There's a cost of everything that you do. So there's a financial cost. There's a draft capital cost if you want to go down that road. So it is what it is." It is what it is. I mean, really crappy saying in my opinion. It is what it is. I mean, of course it is what it is because that's what it is. But these are the three options that he was referring to at the beginning of that quote. Kendrick Green, Jarrett Patterson, and Nick Brocker. They don't install a bunch of confidence. You're like, our starting left guard's either going to be this guy who the Steelers were going to cut, a late round pick, or an undrafted free agent who didn't make the team that signed him. Nothing against these fellas. I bet, Jarrett Patterson could, build into that role. Kendrick Green could maybe have a resurgent year. Nick Brocker, maybe he's being underlooked. Maybe, people don't realize his talent yet. But I'm telling you right now, if one of these guys goes out there week one, I'm going to be holding my breath because it's not very likely that they're going to be a starter / all-pro level talent. It's just not coming into the league. Very few undrafted free agents really burst on the scene year one. And most of those guys who do burst on the scene in year one are running backs, to be honest. If you're an undrafted free agent, it's usually a running back or a wide receiver that's really going to come onto the scene and play well because those guys aren't dependent on every single play. These guys right here, these unheralded individuals, if you're playing left guard, every single play you're going to be on it. You can't take a play off. If you're a receiver or a running back, you can have a down play. You can, not run your best route. You can not, play well for one or two plays and you don't really get noticed. If you're at left guard and you don't play well for one or two snaps, if you're, taking a play or two off, if you're just getting beat, then everyone's going to notice because that guy's going to be running after CJ Stroud. So I would answer yes to this next question. What do you think? Do the Texans need to add another offensive lineman? I'm saying yes because I just don't feel comfortable with what we have right now. I don't know who can feel comfortable. Maybe the guys in the front office, maybe the coaching staff know something that I don't about these young players. I know they like Jarrett Patterson, but for my stability, for my sanity, watching Texans football games, I think they need to add somebody. I really do. Going on to what else Nick Caserio had to say the other day about the Texans offensive line and filling that left guard spot. He said, "There's nothing we can do about it. We can make some modifications and changes on the fringes, see if we can upgrade the depth, and I'd say there's a lot of teams that are dealing with the same problem or situation. So we feel confident with the players that are in the building." Here's the thing. You can do something about it. What do you mean you can't do anything about it? You can go out and sign somebody. That is so idiotic. My hands are tied. We can't really do anything. Of course you can. Make a trade. Go out and sign somebody in free agency. That is like testing the intelligence of Texans fans being like, I can't do anything about it. I mean, it is what it is. Am I right? No, it's not. You can go out and get somebody. Your hands are not tied. We have the cap space. We can go out and sign a Dalton Risner. We can go out and sign Andrew Norwell. What are you saying, Nick Caserio? Do you think I'm dumb or do you think I'm stupid? Which one do you think I am? Because I know a little bit of ball, and I know, in fact, you can do something about it. Because this is what the Texans offensive line looks like right now. You have Kendrick Green there starting at left guard. Jarrett Patterson, your backup center. Juice Scruggs might not be able to go week one because he's injured. Titus Howard is injured. Then you have undrafted free agent Nick Brocker and then late round pick Jarrett Patterson who might fill in for that center left guard role in week one. Yeah, you can do something about it, Nick. You can. I'm sorry to say it, but you just can. In conclusion, I really do think the Texans need to step up and come up with a solution, whether that be free agency or trade, just to get another body, a body that's actually done something in the NFL in that interior offensive line. They made a great move earlier in the offseason by trading for Shaq Mason. You can make a move, Nick. You can, in fact, make a move. So you should go out there and do it. In my opinion, If you want CJ Stroud to not run for his life in the first couple weeks of the season, go out, make a move, sign Dalton Risner. Why not? Honest question. Why not? Why would you not go out and sign somebody who's a starting level left guard? Give me one reason, Nick. That's all I'm saying. Give me one. If you made it to the end of today's video, go down and spam those H's in the comment section. I appreciate every single one of y'all for holding it down today. H-Town, hold it down. Let's freaking go. I appreciate all of y'all. I'll be going throughout the whole week breaking down the matchup between the Ravens and the Texans. So subscribe so you don't miss it. And like I said, H-Town, hold it down.